still a fantastic team. I mean, if you look at the side, it is full of world-class players, and probably just he's getting his best 11 out there as best as he could. I was listening earlier to Neil Custis, and I know me and him don't normally agree on things, but I 100% agree with what he said, and it's something I've thought as well, that over the last 2 seasons, they've played at such an intense level and have been so good that it's almost impossible to keep playing at that sort of standard. And when I'm watching them at the minute, Liverpool, especially over the Christmas period, they look knackered. Like, they look like they're dead on their feet. They look like they've lost that cutting edge. You know, Salah, there's a couple of times Salah got the ball in the box against Luke Shaw, one-on-one. I'm thinking, get a shot off, you know, even if it's a scruffy one, it'll go through his legs, ricochet, go in. But he's turning out and passing it back. I'm thinking, this isn't the Liverpool team that I'm used to watching, where they're relentless pressure. And I just think over 2 seasons that they've had of playing unbelievable football and, you know, at 100 mile an hour, I just think they've run out of legs.
I think it's just a little bit early to say that. But, Jamie, there's no doubt, we've spoken about it 100 times, there is no way you can keep up that intensity, you know, that pressure, that movement, that running, you know, the way they play the game, you know, whereas they're always going in search of the ball when they don't have it.
Yeah.
As we know, it's a lot easier on the legs, if you like, to sit back and let teams have possession, and you can get in your shape and organise it. It's not as... It's not as physical.
Do you remember, like, sort of Sir Alex Ferguson's teams over the years? Like, he always brought in sort of a star player every season to kind of refresh it. They go again, and that's why they kind of dominated for so many years. This Liverpool team has basically been the same 11 now for 2 or 3 seasons, and they've been unbelievable. But they brought in. I know they brought in Jota. He's got injured, which is a bit of a, you know, a bit of a killer for Thiago. But he's more of a linker. He gets it and plays. You know, but you know, Man United always used to bring in like a Van Nistelrooy or Van Persie or you know, like a Berbatov,
like a big goal scorer.
A big goal scorer that makes things change. I think Firmino, for me, even though I think he's a brilliant player, his link up and that, I just don't know if they need someone else as a 9, like a big star player that's going to keep them dominating, because I think they're running out of legs. I really do.
Well, I've got to say, and we've said it before, they have been unlucky with injuries, not just the 2 boys at the back, obviously Van Dijk and Gomez, but the boys have brought in. I mean, you mentioned Thiago and Jota there, particularly Jota, I think, big miss, because I didn't expect him to make the impact straight away that he did when he came in, and obviously injury has held him back.
Yeah.
It'd be foolish of us to sit here and start writing Liverpool off, because it's not going to happen. They've got too many good players. But the interesting thing is as well, Jamie, I was at Newcastle, I saw them at Newcastle, and they were fine, but again, they never scored. And Salah had 2 or 3 opportunities where you would normally fancy him.
Yeah.
You know, he just opened his body up and slide it over there. And, okay, one of them, I think it was Darlow, made a tremendous save. But they just didn't look themselves in forward areas.
Luke Shaw was fantastic, right?
Superb.
One of the best games I've seen him play. He was brilliant, but it was almost like Salah didn't fancy trying to go at him in the end. You know, he was turning out and just passing it back, and they were going round the 18-yard box. But normally I'm thinking, Salah 1v1 against Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you're going to go past him, you're going to do something, get a shot off. He normally bends them in the top corner. But I just didn't see that from him at all. I was really surprised, and I just think maybe they've lost a bit of confidence in themselves because they're just a bit leggy.